Hey there, YouTube land. And if you watched my out and about just a little bit earlier, which hopefully you did because I don't do out and abouts very often, so it was nice to get one in there. You saw me pick up this tonight, the Tales from the Crypt Vault of Horror double feature. So we just got finished watching Vault of Horror because as many times as I've seen this as a kid, this will be the first time I've seen it uncut. Every time that I've ever seen the movie, each segment ends off with like this kind of freeze frame thing. And for years, I'd heard that it wasn't supposed to be freeze frame. It was a way to do it for the censors to cut it. And I'm not sure what else had been cut out of it, but this is my first time ever watching the uncut edition of Vault of Horror. It's a story it's a movie that's near and dear to my heart, and I've always been a fan of Amicus's anthologies. I love anthologies in general, but I think we can all agree that Amicus made the best anthologies. Tales from the Crypt is a favorite of mine as well. I'll check that one out very soon, but tonight I just had to come home and I had to watch Vault of Horror Uncut. If you're on my Instagram, then you'll notice that I took some pictures when I was starting to watch the movie. But so how did it stand the test of time? Well, the presentation of the film is gorgeous. The movie is a great remaster. You should know that right off. That if you get this, you are getting a really good Blu-ray transfer. I thought the sound on it was great too. The score, I love the score of this movie, and the music at the end. I just love the score. So story by story, let's go through them. I don't want to give anything away. So the first story dealt with a guy that kind of an unsavory character that wants to go see his sister for reasons that you'll find out. And his reasons for going to see his sister, not the nicest. Apparently he's been looking for her for a while, and he finds her in a very unusual town. And the ending's kind of cheesy. It's a fun little film, and I really enjoyed it. I'll rate the stories afterwards from my favorite to my least favorite. The second story dealt with, which one was the second one again? Oh, but everything in its place, and a place for everything. This one I really liked, and I remember finding this one kind of funny and a little silly when I was younger. But watching it tonight, there's this guy, and he's kind of a neat freak, and he's got a place for everything and all that type of stuff. He's just really annoying. And he's played by a great comedic actor, actually. But near the end of the story, when things start to go wrong for his poor put-up-on wife, and there's like mess after mess that she's trying to clean up, and each mess is making another mess, and it's only like little things that wouldn't matter, would seem inconsequential, but because of the guy that he is, and how demanding and overbearing he is, you feel really sorry for the girl as things start to get worse and worse, and it's actually extremely tense. I found it. Did you find it?
Yeah, it actually bothered me.
It actually bothered her a bit, and because you really truly felt sorry for this girl, and things were happening, and you didn't know what was going to happen. But it has a great ending. I actually love the ending to that second story. The third story was set in India, and actually I find that it's kind of a clever story, kind of fun, pretty basic. The girl that played the Indian girl, because she wasn't given a name in the story, is an extremely beautiful lady, actually, and very striking. The story itself was okay. It was fun. It was okay. The fourth story.
It was predictable.
The fourth story was predictable.
No,
The third story was very predictable. The fourth story was just as predictable.
I think it was the funniest.
You found it funniest?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fourth story was definitely played in humor. The second story the first story was kind of silly fun. Second story was kind of tense, and with a great ending. the third story came in was kind of was kind of dark, with a nice little twist ending. You know, like those Tales from the Crypt type of shows, like when you watch an HBO series that have. And the fourth one was that one like you'd get every once in a while on Tales from the Crypt. It was that played it more for laughs, and there was more humor. You pretty much know what's going to happen and the twists and all that type of stuff. But it doesn't matter because it's the journey along the way, and the way that they do it. It's yeah. This one is played with very tongue in cheek, and at the end he gets his money. So now to the fifth, and for my Tom Baker, my doctor, by the way, Doctor Who, he does amazing in this thing here. Pulling from like seeing him like this, it's easy to tell that this guy was going to make or made a great Rasputin, just for the type of his look, and it's been an artist that's gone off to a tropical island because basically he was told his paintings are worthless. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have what it takes. He's living okay there. He's satisfied with the way things are. Kind of depressed that his work isn't that important to other people. He's been told by various people that like sell his work cheap, get out of town. He's no good. And he meets somebody that just happens to be over there on vacation, and tells him that his art is selling for extremely expensive. So he pretty much figures out fairly fast when he finds out who the artist, who the people that bought his art was and sold it, and who gave him the great review after he was gone. And he goes to a voodoo doctor to get a special thing so that he can get revenge on the people that wronged him. And the revenge is good, and really good, actually, very poetic. And the story itself has the best twist out of all the stories. And you know it's going to come somehow, but you're not quite sure exactly how it's going to come. And when it happens really, really well. Of course, there's a wraparound in this. The wraparound is did the job what the wraparound need to do. Get the people in place to tell the stories that they need to tell. So at the end of the day, I loved Vault of Horror. From best to least, I guess my favorite story would be the last story with Tom Baker. Next is the whole Place for Everything one, but with Glynis Johns, and that was a really good story as well. Third, just because I remember the comic book and I hold it pretty near and dear to my heart, would be the first story. Now, fourth and fifth, I got to go with The Indian story, and then the comedy story. That being said, I kind of really liked all of them. I wasn't bored. There was no time when I wanted to get up or go to the washroom or go get tea or anything like that. I just pretty much stayed here and sat down. I was entranced for the... how long was this movie, after all? Yeah, 86 minutes. It wasn't that long of a movie, but for the whole 86 minutes, I was transfixed to the screen. And that's saying something nowadays. Sometimes I'll watch a movie that I haven't seen in a while, and I'll get up a couple times, and I'll get kind of restless and that. But the movie just kept me there all throughout it, and it was an amazing transfer of this film. So I'm looking forward. I want to check out. There's 2 other versions of Vault of Horror on here. There's the theatrical cut, which gave me the old cheesy kind of still scenes, and there's an open matte uncut version as well, which would be kind of interesting to see. Now, when I showed this here before, I guess I didn't show it really well because I was in the car. So, here's the front cover for the Tales from the Crypt Vault of Horror double feature. There's the back, and the beautiful Joan Collins is on there. You open it up. I love the way this is done. You have 2 Blu-ray discs. It's not a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. It's a Blu-ray pack. It's got a Blu-ray of Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror Both of these are uncut in their widescreen formats. And then it has another Blu-ray of the theatrical edition of Vault of Horror and an open matte edition of Vault of Horror. Apparently, getting this Vault of Horror edition, this uncut edition, was pretty freaking expensive. So much so that they really couldn't afford to get many other features on here. But they did manage to get this very cool, in my opinion, edition of Vault of Horror. That's what people really want to see. They want to see these movies uncut. Inside here we got some different artwork. I love this Vault of Horror like poster right here. These stills from Tales from the Crypt. Because for me, this is part of my childhood. This is something that I used to watch over and over again. I remember seeing this. Oh God, I was really young. I went the first time I saw this, and this one tells Dr. Terror and just were amazing, like fun things that I watched over and over again, and now I have it on Blu-ray, the best format that these things can be on in their uncut format. Just guys, if you don't have this one in your Scream Factory collection, I really strongly recommend you pick it up. I know a lot of people some people don't only pick the collector's editions, and some people don't pick them up if they don't have like a bunch of features on them. However, this here double feature is really, really worth getting. You got two solidly great films, some really fantastic actors in both of these films. Some of the cream of the crop. Amicus is just amazing work that they do. Scream Factory has done an incredible job in the presentation of both the sound and the video of this film. The audio and video is excellent on both these films. So check it out. Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror. You will not be sorry that you did. It is an amazing set. And definitely one of the... It goes in my top 10 of my Scream Factories. That's no doubt. It's in there. So, yeah. I guess something going to go to number 11 because this is going in top 10. What do you think? What did you think?
I liked it.
She liked it. That's actually pretty glowing praise for someone that actually doesn't watch horror. So I actually got her to watch this one with me, and I didn't think she was going to at first. But it's pretty fun, pretty cool, and hopefully, maybe not tomorrow night, because we got a convention to go to tomorrow, so that's why I'm going to go to bed right now. It's actually after 1 here, and I got to be out of here by 9 tomorrow morning. And we actually bought our tickets already. Anyway, Vault of Horror. Amazing, amazing. The weekend, hopefully, we're going to get to watch Tales from the Crypt and see. Have you seen that one yet? It'll be fun. She'll get to see it. Peter Cushing. Can't go wrong with Cushing. Thanks for watching. Say hi, because he's back, to the great Pin Lord in the sky. To my better half over there, who actually was nice enough to watch a horror film with me tonight. To my crazy and half asleep cat, Smokey. And to all you out there, have a great night. Get caffeinated. Drink some tea. It's time for tea.